These guys are quiet. I just walked up on them. You see that? That's a deer. That's one, and you probably don't even see the second one, who's like right there. Now you can probably see his head. These guys are very close. They're like 10 feet away on the other side of the fence, and they kind of blend into the leaves and everything. I did not want to scare them, but I guess I got a little too close. I was actually closer to them a couple days ago, and I was actually trying to get them off the sidewalk, off this path here, because I didn't want someone else to like sneak up on them and like they startle each other, and they wouldn't move. I got within like 5 feet of them. But anyway, see them sometimes while I'm walking around this this path out here at the park. Alright, hope no one tries to jump over this hill and kill me. No idea what goes on back there. But a few months ago, several months ago, someone asked me to make a video about all the famous people I've seen in Vegas. And I didn't know if it was a great idea for a video, me just like listing people. It's not like I have like footage with these people. I have some pictures. Actually, I think I'm only going to show you one. But alright, here's the list. I met Shawn Marion twice. Most recently, link at the top, that day I played 11 poker rooms on the strip, all 11 in one day. I met him towards the end of the night at Resorts World. I also met him in 2021. Both times I was wearing my Shawn Marion on the Maverick shirt, which I kind of took a marker and turned into a Dennis Rodman on the Maverick shirt. Also, didn't meet, but I saw Draymond Green. I think it was 2 summers ago. There was the Big 3 tournament, NBA Summer League stuff, and practice for the Olympic team, all happening at the same time in Vegas. So a lot of basketball players were around over the summer. So Draymond in Aria walking to, you know the Aria layout, if you walk down to Lemongrass, like if you get very close to the, you know, Mater D counter, to the right there's a very short hallway. There's like elevators for like famous people up to the or rich people up to the guest suites. So he was walking down that hallway. Tyus Jones, if you follow basketball, he played at Duke. His brother did also, but he was better. And I think it was 2016 in the summer. I was playing Aria, and I guess he was staying there, as most of them do. He was online to get a burger right next to the poker room, and like no one recognized him. He's not that tall. At the time he was on the Timberwolves. Now, I don't know, Wizards maybe? But at the time it was the Timberwolves. And I forgot his name, but I recognized him, called my brother, one of the few times he answers the phone, and he told me, I described him and he told me his name. The picture, if I still had it, would be hilarious, because we're about the same height, and I don't really smile in pictures. So I asked the person in line in front of him to take a picture of us. He has a huge smile, I don't, and we're like the same height. So if you don't follow basketball, it's tough for you to tell who the famous person is. Also had a picture in Aria with Chumlee from Pawn Stars. He played there a few times. One time I got a picture with him. I don't remember if we were at the same table, but once he went to cash out, I asked him for a picture and I got one. Don't have that one anymore either. Coach Brown, seasons 3 and 4 of Last Chance U in Independence, Kansas. You know, the D1 football players who like commit crimes. They get the criminal stuff cleared up, they play JUCO, and then trying to get back to D1 and then get drafted in the one in Kansas, if I didn't say that already. I saw him in Aria, also a lot in Aria. Rich people go to Aria. Of course, if you watch that series, he was smoking a cigar when I met him. Who else? Anthony Melchiori. Hotel Impossible, that was a popular show. I really liked it. It was a lot like Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay. He went to like failing hotels and did what he could to fix it in an episode. He was playing, that was this summer, he was playing a tournament, one of the nightly tournaments at MGM. No one else recognized him, but I did. And while I'm saying more things about him, I still have that picture, so I'll put it up on the screen. That was cool. If you were into that show, he told me he started a very similar but different show with 2 seasons already filmed, and they're looking for like a partner to air it. He said look for it on Netflix or Discovery. So if you're really into that, there's the information about another hotel show with Melchiori. Who else? Oh, when you're playing at MGM all the time to Hakkasan, Little John has walked by several times on nights he's DJing. Steve Aoki, same thing. Jamie Foxx did once. And besides the fact that, you know, none of them are that tall, but besides the fact that, you know, their faces are famous, usually walking by with a lot of security. Who else? I made a list and then I didn't bring it with me on this walk. So, trying to remember. Oh, Les Miles, college football, most notably head coach at LSU. Awful, one of the worst people all time at end of game strategy and clock management. He was playing 5'10" at Bellagio. I think it was 2015, could have been 2016. Who else? Who else? Oh, if you're into 90 Day Fiance, so Colt, not him, but I need to explain it with him. He lives in Vegas. The first girl he brought to the US was Larissa. After Larissa was Jess, I think from Brazil. After Jess and Colt broke up, which was inevitable, of course, Jess was like on a couple episodes with a new guy. It wasn't like that popular. It was just like, you know, end of Colt, like what happened afterwards. But Jess and that new guy, I saw them in Bally's. It's either 1 year or 2 years ago. Who else? Who else? It's interesting, a lot of people in Aria. Steve Levy, Sports Center, you know, anchor, does some play-by-play. Saw him in Bellagio. I saw, can't remember the guy's name. I knew, I don't follow hockey, but I knew he had just done the play-by-play of the Knights game. He was still in the full suit. He was in Aria right before Moneyline Pizza closed. I was on a table on like the edge of the poker room where you could kind of see down that hallway, and don't know his name because I don't watch hockey games. I'm sure he does other sports also, but mostly hockey. It's tough without knowing his name, or it's not that entertaining without knowing his name. But I saw him. Yeah, didn't meet all these people. I met a lot of them, just saw some of them. Jason Collins, first active NBA player who was gay at the time, and he was in Aria also. It's like everyone from the NBA stays at Aria. Other people, let me think for a second. I think that's it for now. So yeah, who were the ones I met? Melchiori, that was interesting. Coach Brown, Tyus Jones, Chumley. Yeah, that was cool to meet them. It was really disappointing. You know, I love Dennis Rodman. I think I was out of town and came back, and people at MGM told me that little, you know, walkway where like we see Little John and Steve Aoki, Rodman had walked by. That would have been amazing if I were there to see Rodman. I mean, I wouldn't have even said words. I would have just like ran over and started boxing them out. One day maybe I'll see Rodman. So that's it. If I think of more people, or if more people happen next year, maybe I'll make another video about it, but that's it for now. And remember, rice is a spoon food.